Hello, hello. We have talked about Peloton before. This company has been massively hit and has lost a lot of its value. We can take a quick look here at the financials of the company. It's been down massively. Look at that. It used to be almost 170, 174, something like that sort. And now it's sitting at 25, 24.60. But there is a rumor going around about a potential buyout from Amazon of Peloton. And you see, this is why the company is trading at plus 30% of its current stock price. And that's aftermarket. We don't know what's going to happen when the market opens, but it's more than likely going to be a similar move or even more as people learn about this potential move from Amazon. Now, I wanted to examine a few things here and see whether this potential news is a reason why we should be entering or we could be entering Peloton and actually buy some of the stock. What's going on here? So Peloton is a company that is selling treadmills and pretty much, I guess, a company that has to do with fitness. And the problem with that is that while Peloton started in 2020, it was actually a commercial that actually started as a joke, it looks like. Peloton back then started to post some earnings, some profit really. By the end of the year, you see that it spent 420 million to buy Precor, which is a fitness equipment maker, and it was actually making, as you see here, it posted its first ever profit back in mid 2020. Now the thing is, when it was mid 2020, people were not really hitting the gyms, and that's because of COVID. And so a lot of people were actually buying, bikes and fitness equipment just to potentially use them a little bit later to hang their clothes on. But eventually, people like going back to the gym. And the thing is, when COVID dissipates, it has already started being a thing. People will like the social aspect of going back to the gyms, and Peloton seems like it's getting the effect of that already. You'll see here that in reversal of fortunes, Peloton reported a net loss actually in Q1 2022 now of 376 billion. So things are looking very, very dire for the company here. And we will take a little bit of a closer look later at the financials of the company. But another article here from Reuters, you'll see that Amazon is exploring an offer for Peloton, sources say. And very, very interestingly, Nike is also weighing a bid. This is very, very interesting. And you'll see here that the company reports, the article reports that the company surged about 30%, which is what we saw in extended trading right now. And the article pretty much discusses what we have been discussing a little bit earlier. But it looks like the article thinks that Peloton could reach the $10 billion market capitalization threshold. We can take a look at it right now. You'll see that it was much more than that at some point, but you'll see that right now it's sitting at 8 billion almost. And if that trend continues over here after a market trend, we're looking at a company that's going to be reaching a $10 billion market cap soon. And so the article pretty much goes into some detail about discussing why many investors have become frustrated due to a steep drop in the share price of Peloton. But the thing is, this kind of price drop could make it for a potentially interesting purchase for a company, an acquisition that is. And Amazon having a lot of free cash flow at hand, they could potentially look into making a move for Peloton. And I'm assuming that they would want to take the company and kind of fix the margins of the company and try to make an even cheaper product. That's what I would assume for Amazon. But it could actually turn into something much, much better in their hands, that's for sure. And understandably, investors have kind of flocked in here, expecting that Amazon would eventually make a move and trying to kind of pre-trade the stock before the move actually happens. Now, we don't know if the move will actually take place, but the hype is already there. And now the thing is, actually, Peloton used to be almost 90, I think, percent here at some point, wasn't it? But you will see here that the price to book of the company looks to be at 5.4 right now. And the outstanding shares over here of the company are growing, meaning that the company is diluting investors, which is a bad thing. because your stock is worth less when you're getting diluted. There are more of it. There is more stock. And the revenues of the company seemed to be growing nicely, and that's the good thing about it. But the problem, and the big problem with the company, is that it couldn't post the profit. And you'll see here that it's all about loss here. It's the company losing and losing more and more money here. And the balance sheet of the company here, you will see that the total equity is sitting at 1.5 billion, which is actually down from what it used to be in 2021 and 2020. It's actually going less and less. And the total liabilities of the company over here, let me find it, give me a second. The total liabilities of the company are sitting at $3 billion. And so the assets of the company are half its liabilities. So this is really bad. I mean, the company has more debt than assets. And what about operations here? The cash from operations, again, in the negative, 1 billion. And a little bit of investing here for the company. And a lot of financing, as you would expect. The company tries to sustain itself through investors, I'm assuming, and debt. And this is what exactly is happening, $1 billion of debt over here. And some issuance of common stock. A lot of issuance of common stock in 2020 is what happened. So the company is actually financing themselves from this and this, from the almost $2.1 billion of equity that was issued and the debt that was issued, that they got basically. And the free cash flow of the company, again in the negative, $1.3 billion negative. So this is not great at all. And the good thing, at least the price to sales is going down, so that's a good thing. But again, the company is not making a profit, so I mean, I don't know how you could justify buying it really. And as you would expect, the profitability here is all negative just because it's, again, the company is losing money. And of course, we examined that the debt to equity is actually massive here, and the company has a lot of debt when you compare it to its equity, really. And so that's a big troubles potentially ahead for Peloton. Now, this would require a massive switch in terms of how the company is operating, and I'm assuming that this would require to really lower capital expenditures here to make sure that the company becomes sustainable and tries to post a profit eventually. Because right now it looks like they just can't be holding some money in. The problem is that the trend seems to be dissipating a lot because of people going back to the gym. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot of buyers in the future. Maybe they can have a new line of things, a new line of products that they can sell to customers. But in terms of treadmills and other like gym equipment, this will more than likely be contained in gyms right now. I mean, I don't expect too many people to go ahead and buy these kind of very expensive machines and then hit the gym. I mean, what's the purpose of that? And these machines are very expensive. They're like $1,500, their treadmills or so. I've heard that they are awesome, but still, I mean, they are high-end machines and expensive ones. So I wanted to make this video just because the news came out, and it's very interesting and beneficial for investors to know, for somebody who would want to put some money into work here and see whether they can actually back the trend. But for me, this is definitely dangerous to enter. I want to be, taking a look at it, just following the news and everything. But I'm gonna be doing it at a distance. I don't want to participate in investing in this one right now. It would be an interesting trade though. So if you are trading it, take a look at the news and examine the trends. Try to follow them, and hope you can profit from this one. And let me know what you think with a comment below. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'd love to see you on our Discord channel. You can find a link in the description box below in this video. And in the meantime, take a look at this video that I made earlier about Alibaba and potentially crashing earnings. They look awesome. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.